guys, welcome back to another episode of Lights Out with Ish and Eve. I'm Ish and this is Eve, and I feel like do we need to say that anymore? I don't know.
Probably.
Let's be for real. Let's be so for real. Well, this is our 13th episode, I think now. Unlucky 13. And we're not at
bring
Evie's.
that up?
I know, sorry.
Rude.
But we're not at Evie's or at my house this time because
My house has no windows. My windows are being replaced and there's shit all over everything in my house. So
yeah.
like the throw cloths and all the furniture's pushed into one side. Here we are. And we have not obviously had a race since Singapore. And we were there and it was very good. And we have just released our vlog. 10 minutes ago. Yeah, literally. Of the whole experience. So if you haven't checked that out, definitely go check that out. It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun filming it. Had a lot of fun editing it. We were crying on the plane.
Delirium.
Very delirious.
But it was fun. It's fun to watch back.
Yes.
Too. So that's a nice little piece of our first Grand Prix. And then obviously if when we go to more,
yes,
when we win every F1 unlocked competition ever and go to.
We have so many pending right now.
I know. I'm waiting. Where is my you're successful? I'm not the. Unfortunately, this time.
Yeah.
I've had enough.
No.
Had enough.
Had enough rejection.
It's time.
So this episode, we decided that we just wanted to have a bit of a yap about just what it was like going to a race in real life.
Yeah.
Being there for the 3 days, and this is not going to be a very structured conversation.
Not at all. If you're expecting what we normally do and unpacking things and intellectual discussion.
No. Not that our regular discussion is particularly intellectual, but
no.
It's good enough. But
it's more intellectual than this is going to be. So.
Yeah, we pretty much just want to tell a few funny stories, things that happened, that we saw, that we experienced over the weekend, and just what it was like being there, basically. Yeah. So I guess to kick it off, we obviously spent a day just kind of going around Singapore, and that was really nice. Just Evie had never been to Singapore, so just doing all the little touristy things. Yeah. Evie got to spend her birthday there.
Yeah, my birthday was there. It was just so hot.
We got hit with the heat, spending the whole day walking around Singapore. But it was lots of fun. We went up the top of Marina Bay Sands and just stared at the track for half an hour.
Not even. We were up there for 10 minutes. We walked around. We're yeah, cool. Stared at the track for 5 minutes and then went back down. We were not there for long.
And then Friday was our first day on track.
Very, very exciting.
And I just remember obviously we got there and we were walking around and we were doing a whole bunch of stuff, but I just remember so distinctly walking into the pit grounds because we have pit grandstand tickets on the Friday, and it was just seeing it live and in real life for the first time was so crazy.
Yeah, I was just on the walk into the track, the fucking Paddock Club vans going past. There was tinted van with F1 Paddock Club on the side, and I was hello,
let me in.
Knock knock. Yeah, I was about to stick my thumb out and be pick me up. Hello.
I know.
And all of us Commonwealth pigs are slogging our way through the heat.
I know.
Anyway.
And then queuing up to get through security.
It was pretty quick actually.
It was.
To be fair.
But
oh my god, that's the security on the second day.
Yeah.
Made you get your whole life.
I know.
She was what's your date of birth? What's your social security number? Tax file number?
I had to share my whole life story with this woman at security.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just clearly had too many things in my backpack and she was having none of it. So
she actually didn't ask for all those details.
No, but I had to we had a little poster and I had to open up the poster. I had to open up my wallet, show her through my wallet. I had it was so bizarre. Yeah. Anyways, but look, they kept everyone safe.
They did.
They ran a great event.
Yes.
All the staff there were actually so lovely. Every night they would wave you goodbye on the way out.
It was a procession.
I know.
They lined both the sides of the exit gates and they're bye.
It was so funny.
Oh. Bye. Love you the most.
So cute. I know.
Have a good night, please, besties.
Literally, it was so cute.
Love that.
But
yeah, let's go back to Friday.
Yes, Friday. I know, we're jumping around a lot. But anyway, so we obviously got there and then we like walked around a bit, but then the first main thing we did was film our interviews.
So for anyone that hasn't seen, that was our poster. We had a little poster saying answer a question for our podcast and TikTok, and basically had the mics and went around to ask people for like their predictions. I just kind of like winged it, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like if they said anything interesting, then I would just like ask them about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like getting like their predictions and stuff. It was actually a lot of fun. I was like kind of wanting to die like a little bit beforehand.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, like
You're just standing there like holding up this poster.
Hello. And you just have to yell at people that are like looking at you, and you're just like, come in the TikTok. And they're like.
But it was kind of good because like once people saw other people being filmed, it like snowballed.
Yeah.
But it was very much like, the first few were tough.
Yeah.
But we got there. We mostly just yelled at people until they...
Yeah, like it was so chill, and I actually had a lot of fun doing it. Just like talking to people, like it was actually a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But like, if you haven't seen the interviews, like they're posted on our YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram, all over the gaff. But met some fun people. On the first day, we met so many Australians.
We did.
Because it was right before the fan stage.
Yes.
And
McLaren were out.
And RB.
Yes.
So it was like the congregation of Australians.
Yes.
In the
We're
one place.
all in, right in front of like the stage where they had the fan zone.
Yeah.
Which is where we were filming. And like, there were definitely a few funny ones. Yeah. Obviously, like, there was one where I got like this, I don't know how old he was, maybe like 18, 19. He was pretty, like, this young guy.
Yeah.
And we're like, so, like, what's, your favourite driver? Like,
who are you
supporting? And he was like, I don't know.
He's like, I don't know them. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, this is my first F1. I was like, okay, so, like, first race in person? Like, what do you mean? Like, have you watched any races before? Nah. First one ever.
He just had zero clue. He's just like, my dad brought me here, and here I am, and...
Go Australia.
And we were like, sick, I guess.
Yeah, I was like, that's just such a funny... I was like, just so not expecting that.
Yeah.
Like, not many people, like, kind of threw me for a loop. Like, I just talk.
Yeah, you were chilling, but that guy
I was like,
so
funny. I was like, what do you mean?
Shout out to Tim. I hope that he had a great race.
Yeah, I think his name was... David?
Something like that.
I think it was David.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. But
who knows?
Anyways. He didn't get an Australian win, but...
No.
Australian podium. Win, so...
True.
Yes.
But yes, it was a lot of fun. Just
Are we going to talk about the fact that Daniel Ricciardo got sacked or not?
Oh, yeah, true.
I was like, while we're on the topic of Australians.
Yeah, oh.
Everyone knows. No, this is not going to be news to anybody who's watching this. We all know. But in the last podcast episode, we were very much like, I'm sure we'll get news soon, and it's probably not going to be the news you want.
Yeah. And it wasn't.
Here, and we're sad.
So sad. I was just like avoiding TikTok edits like the plague for like days. Like,
every time, it was like, I'd hear the start of a sad song. I'd see like Daniel Ricciardo like, in like his like McLaren or like Renault days being like all sad, and I was like, scroll.
See ya.
No.
Literally.
No. The teammate post of like him and Max, and then him and Lando. I was like, scroll.
I know. Like,
piss off.
I think I like forced myself to watch one, and I actually started crying. I was like, nope.
Some of the edits were so good though. Like once I kind of like got a grip a little bit.
Yeah.
I watched some of them.
The one that was like, I think it was like Ted Kravitz's commentary where he was like, thank you for this, thank you for this, thank you for this.
With like
and
the sad song behind it. I can't remember which song is behind
it.
Like
Iris or something.
Yeah, one of those. I don't think it's something else, but it's like one of those. But
it was just a lot.
Ted ate with that.
He did.
He got a little carried away. He's trying to be crofty. He's like, Crofty's not here. I need to like him.
Yeah.
But anyway, Daniel Ricciardo is gone.
Yeah, it was very sad.
And we got to see his last race. I'm so glad that we got to see
I know. We got to see him on the fan stage. We got to see him on the driver's parade where he was like super happy.
There was a big Daniel Ricciardo like person next to us on the race day with the like V-carb jacket and like I don't know what he did. He must have done something because Daniel Ricciardo literally looked in our like direction and was like laughing and waving. Yeah. And we were just like yay. Obviously not at us, but like it's very much like we got a good.
Yes.
Sounds like they're zoo animals. Like, we got a good view.
I know.
Okay. Like, I feel like a freak, but...
No, but I get you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so coming back to Friday again.
This is going to be the whole time.
I know, but it's fine. So we did some filming and then we watched the fan stage.
So it was... Williams and RB first. Yes. Which was fun.
Yes. It was cute to hear like Franco talk about like all the like Argentinian support he's been getting and just the like global support.
They've really come out of the woodwork.
Yeah. No, like, it was very cool.
Yeah.
And like Alex was very funny, I remember as well. Like, yeah.
Yuki had the big stick. He had a GoPro and like a 2-meter stick.
Yuki's so small.
He's so small.
And like they're all none of them are particularly tall.
No.
But Yuki was tiny, exceptionally small.
So funny. Especially like when he is up there with Alex Albon and Daniel Ricciardo,
who are taller
for an F1 driver. Very funny.
I know. And then McLaren, which was very exciting for Evie.
I was very excited to see them in person.
But they
were funny.
Yeah, and the crowd obviously
like
just cheering at every single thing he said. And it was so funny, at one point Lando was like, I didn't even say anything yet.
Yeah, he was like halfway through a sentence and everyone cheered and he was like, I didn't say anything. Like, why are you cheering? But that was funny.
Yeah.
And then they were obviously asking.
They were asking.
They were asking the question of like, which driver would you want if you were to do an escape room?
Yeah.
And the people before had like said Oscar.
Yeah.
And then Oscar was like, what the fuck?
He was like,
the common sentiment was none of them. We'd all be terrible.
Yeah. They were like, we are good at driving cars very quickly, and that is
about it.
That is the skill set.
And talking in interviews most of the time.
Yes, true.
Mostly.
Mostly. Because the next teams that came out were Aston
and
Stake.
Yeah.
And like
the difference.
Yeah, because it went from McLaren to Aston and Stake, who don't have quite the same fan base.
I mean, there was a lot of like Alonso people. Like
there was a lot of Bottas. Yeah.
But then Stroll was like, because they like announced them like one by one. And it was like, whoa, whoa, and then it was like Stroll, and it was like,
yeah. It was like, so funny. They like played the F1 intro like before they brought all the drivers out.
That was funny. That was a dead giveaway.
Well, that was such a like popularity contest because people just cheered for their favorite drivers.
Yeah.
And so obviously the Ferraris, the Mercedes, the McLarens, like the Red Bulls, Danny Rick, like they all got big cheers, but like Lance Stroll did not.
It
was
funny.
So like Kevin Magnussen, not so much.
No, I love Kevin.
Like Joe a little bit.
I've been rewatching Drive to Survive because my sister's watching it.
Yeah.
And it's like early days K-Mag, like, well, not early days for him. He was still well and truly in his career.
Yeah.
But it's like the days of like him and Nico like fighting and like has to be Renault. And I'm like, he was so feisty back in the day. And like obviously he still like causes chaos. Yeah. I was like, you were such a brat. Like, what's going on? That's so funny. Anyway, this is a complete side point.
No. But yeah. That was the fan zone. So we had the like full walkabout tickets, the premier walkabout tickets on Friday. No.
Friday.
Well, we had like full
Grandstand.
Access for Friday because that was pit grandstand tickets. But then on the Saturday, when Ferrari were in the fan zone,
and Mercedes and Red Bull,
and Mercedes
for you,
and Red
Ferrari's a big deal. But I wanted to see not only the Ferraris, but I was like,
oh no, look, I definitely wanted to see the Mercedes and Max. Yeah, so we found out that the tickets that we had for Saturday did not allow us to go into the section where where they were doing the fan zone, and literally I like looked up if there were any tickets available to just like rebuy them because I was like,
you were like, I don't want to spend the money.
No, they literally weren't. They were sold out.
Even walkabout.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was fully sold out.
I thought you looked at it and it was like $400, and you're like,
nah, it
sold out.
Yeah. So I couldn't even if I wanted to.
No.
So sadly we missed out on those teams. But
yeah, that's actually a little heartbreaking.
It was a little bit heartbreaking. But like it just means we have to go back to another race. So like
yeah, exactly.
You know? Anyway.
But like we didn't get to see like Charles and Carlos as teammates. Sorry, I shouldn't bring that up. I actually shouldn't bring that up. I do apologize.
We're going to have to go to another race this year, actually.
Well, F1 Unlocked. I'm waiting.
F1 Unlocked, hit me up.
Hit me up.
If there's any just people with a bit of money lying around, hit us up.
Yeah, take us to see Charles and Carlos while they're still teammates so Shana doesn't have a breakdown.
Please.
That would be appreciated. And
Please.
I'll just come.
Yeah. For the vibes.
For the vibes.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go alone. You have someone to enthuse with.
Enthusiate.
Yes, enthuse,
yes.
I believe is the word.
Enthusiate. Anyway.
No.
Anyway. So that was kind of Friday. I mean, obviously, like...
The cars went around.
The cars went around for practice, and it was very cool seeing them. They were so loud. Yeah. Oh, my God. So it was so funny. We actually looked at our tickets before the Friday, and we're, like, reading some of the, like, stuff that was on them. I don't know why. We were bored, apparently.
You were like, I'm going to read the fine print.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
And I don't know why. But I came across one line that was like, permanent hearing loss can occur... Oh, no. Permanent hearing damage can occur at noises over 120 decibels. Please note, the vehicles this weekend will emit noises up to 130 decibels.
Great. Like, I think my music emits 130 decibels in my car, so I think I'm like already have hearing damage from that. But it was fucking that. I found like when on the race, like, because they were coming from this way.
Yes.
I found, like, this ear got really sore.
Yes.
Oh, no, it was this one, actually.
It was the
like,
other
when
one.
They went past,
yeah.
Like, this ear was hurting.
Yes.
Because, like, they would go past it. Obviously, the, like, engine and, like, everything's on the back.
Yeah.
So it was they would go past.
I think because, as well, you're, like, turned to watch them come in. And then, like, this ear kind of, like, follows them.
The whole way.
Yeah.
And, like, in the race, I literally ended up just, like, looking this way.
Yeah.
For a little bit of the race. Yeah. And they would go past on this side. Because I was like, oh my God.
It was loud. Like, very much understand why people wear, like, headphones to the race.
Like, earplugs and stuff.
Yeah, because, fair enough, it was hella loud.
Yeah.
And we were, like, on all of the days, we were very close to, like, either the barriers or, like, the front of the grandstand.
Yeah.
So, like... There was not a lot of buffer between the car and us.
Yeah.
So we were getting
I think, like, obviously on quali day was, like, the best noise-wise because we were at, like, between turn 7 and 8 and it's a slower part of the track.
Yeah.
So it's, like...
They weren't quite as, like, intense.
Yeah, because they're not going as quick.
Yeah. Whereas for, like, Friday in the race, we were on straights.
Yeah.
So it was like...
Anyway, we should get on to quali day. We've already been yapping for far too long.
I know.
To be only this far into...
Anyway, so quali day, the quali day was our first time having walkabout tickets.
Yes.
So we very much had to stake out our seats.
Yeah.
So we got there nice and early.
We watched F1 Academy.
Which was really fun. Super cool. Poor Bianca Bustamante did not particularly slay her grid position, and yes, it went downhill for her from there.
How are you expected to recover from any sort of penalty when the lap is 12, like the race is 12 laps long?
I know.
Like you get a single penalty, you're done.
And not even just a regular 10-second penalty, a 10-second like stop and go. Yeah, like
in a race where you wouldn't pit, like how is anyone ever meant to live off in those conditions at all? Like that's outrageous.
Yeah. So shout outs to Bianca Bustamante for not just being like, well, I'm going home.
Yeah. But she also didn't do good in the next race either.
Yeah. She did not have a great weekend.
Yes.
Poor egg. But we love her.
Abby pulling.
Yeah. She is in her Max Verstappen era.
In a spec series.
Very
impressive.
She is such a vibe. Love her.
Yes, she is good.
So we saw that, and then we once again did a bit more filming. Met some very fun people. We ran into a couple more Australians. One girl was from Canberra, which is my hometown, which is
really
crazy.
Random.
And they were very big Daniel Ricciardo fans, so I hope those girls are doing okay.
We've been talking a little bit like on social media with one of them.
Yeah.
It's been like commiserations, girl.
Yes. Sorry, bestie. Hope you're alright.
Yeah, because we're very much in the same boat. But
yes.
They had like full bedazzled like Daniel tops and like V-carb hats and Australian flags.
Yeah.
They were we saw them. We were like, they need to come and be interviewed.
Yes. We interviewed like a couple like kids with like, or like families with like small kids, and they were like so super cute. And but we also had one girl recognize us, which was so sweet. I was like,
that was the least thing.
The least thing. It was completely the least thing.
It was the least thing.
I was like, what do you mean? She was like, I've seen you guys. Like, I've seen you on TikTok. I was like, what do you mean?
Like, you're one of the 10 people that likes our videos?
Yeah, shout outs to the 10 people that consistently like our videos. We love you.
You do the most.
Yeah. Cassie, 44. See you a lot.
Leah, 81.
Yeah. There's
a few. Love you guys.
Shout outs. Anyway. I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, filming the interviews.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was lots of fun. And I feel like we were a bit better at it, like the second time round, and it was a good vibe.
Yeah. And we also had a glass of wine beforehand, so
we did that
probably helped.
Yes.
I was yelling at everyone. I was like, be in the TikTok!
Yeah. No, we had a queue form at one point.
Yeah, I was shocked.
Because, like, Evie was filming, so I was behind the camera because it was so loud you couldn't hear, and they were using the microphone, so you couldn't hear what I was saying.
It didn't matter if Shana's voice got picked up.
Yeah, I was just, like, yapping to, like, a whole bunch of people that started, like, forming a queue to, like, get interviewed, and we were like, oh my god, what is going on right now?
I was like, famous who?
I know.
Yes, you have seen us before.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was really fun. And then we went back for FP3.
Yes.
And that was good.
That was the lizard. So funny. We've talked about the lizard.
We all know.
We do. But it was very funny.
Very funny.
And then we literally just staked out our seats until quali.
It was really, really important that we did because, like, if anyone that doesn't know, like, there's, like, viewing platforms. Yeah. So, like, little sections where you can go if you just have the walkabout ticket. So we, like, got a spot, like, at the front of that, and we, like, sat there from FP3 to quali, and like it packed out the whole thing, like especially in the last like hour before quali, like it was packed in there. There was one point I was like, I'm gonna go buy a bottle of water and come back, and then I was like, just the like amount of people that were like congregating at the entrance to the viewing platform, I was like, if I go out, even though I have a reserved like spot in here, I'm not actually going to get back in.
Yeah.
Because people are just going to be like, oh no, like, there's a line.
Yeah.
Like, no, but
I have a spot. Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, well, I'm just going to stay here. And then I nearly died of thirst. Yeah. But, yeah, it was actually not a good time. Yeah. But that was okay. We got through it.
We made it through. But, yeah, it was a lot of sitting there. Evie did a lot of Duolingo.
I actually didn't. I just did one lesson to keep my streak alive. But it makes a big appearance in the vlog.
Yes. There was like trivia to like
God.
try and win a signed hat. And I like nailed this trivia. I was so good at it, especially on the Saturday. Yeah. But I was so good at it on the Saturday.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know how the people that won because I was like lightning fast. Because it wasn't just about getting it right. It was about, like, how quickly you got it right.
Yeah.
And I was so speedy. And
clearly not.
I was like...
But the bitch that won at FP3 came second at qualifying?
Yeah. I was like, get out of here.
How have you done that?
I know.
What 12G are you on to get your answers in so fast?
Bro's living in the future.
Literally.
He's living 10 seconds ahead of everyone else.
What the hell's going on? Anyway.
Literally.
Quali was crazy.
Yes. Obviously, sadness for me.
Elation for me.
Yes.
Somewhat. Mostly. But
just, it was cool to see, like, a competitive session finally as well.
Yeah.
Because, like, all the other times it's just been, like, watching the cars go around. But, like, it was cool to finally, like...
Yeah, see something where I was like, I was so nervous.
I know, we were, like, on our feet, like, hyperventilating.
Oh, my God. Yeah, it was crazy. And then, obviously, Carlos crashed.
Yeah.
Right where we were sat the first day.
I know, we're, like...
At the final corner.
Yeah.
I was like, never obviously want anyone to, like, crash, but... Yeah.
If you're going to do it while we're there, can you do it in front of us?
Yeah, correct. I'm like, well... Yeah. But, anyway.
Right. But, like... the crowd being like, oh, like everything crazy. Because you're watching it with like 100,000 people around you. It's like everything is just like elevated.
Yeah, that's what I love about live sports.
Yeah,
then, like, even when like Lando put in his lap time and then like Lewis put in his lap time, just the cheers.
Yeah, like it so just makes it so exciting.
Yeah,
and like
it's already exciting.
Totally.
I'm about to have an anxious break on my couch at home. Yeah, let alone when I was there.
Totally, but like even. Like, I think we both know, we knew at the time a little bit, but definitely upon reflection, we knew that, like, oh, the race itself was not the most exciting race of the year. But just being there, you wouldn't know it.
Yeah.
Like, not that you really know what's going on anyway,
feels
but
like so much is going on.
Yeah, because there's people cheering and talking, like, all around you.
And there's, like, once the cars kind of spread out, there's like, they're going past like all the time.
Yeah.
Like there's constantly people going past.
Yeah. And so constant cheering, constant like yelling, people.
Oh my God, the girl next to you on race day. She was clearly a big Ferrari and George Russell fan.
Yeah. Because every time those specific cars came past, she would like lean out over the side and like yeah.
And like fist pump like at the driver.
But like for the 0.2 seconds that they were going past.
Yeah, it was literally like,
yeah.
It was so funny. I was
like bless her and her like enthusiasm. Oh. But I'm like, they're not looking at you, babe.
They can't see you.
They can't see anything outside of the road.
Like, so good for you. Like, then there's us. Obviously, they can't hear us being like, yeah. But, like, it was very funny.
It was just, it was so, like, so specific. Yeah. Yeah. Like, no, I'm not cheering for you. I am cheering for you. I'm not cheering for you.
No, literally. It would be like, I'm like, wow, okay. Pick a favourite. Like, I see.
I know.
But, very funny.
Yeah. But anyway, coming back to quali, obviously just super enjoyable to watch like a competitive session in that environment.
Yeah.
And then I think it was after quali, 30 Seconds to Mars performed.
That was on practice day.
Oh yeah, it would have been because we had Zone 1 tickets. Yeah, true. But coming back to that, lol, this is a terrible, like...
It's okay, we knew it wasn't going to be structured.
We pre-framed that it would be bad, so hopefully you're enjoying the chaos. Anyway.
Don't click off.
Yeah. Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Anyway, blues. I just caught a glimpse of my fucking rat's tail in the mirror here.
Oh no. That happened to me a few episodes ago. I was like, well, there's nothing I can do with that.
Yeah, it is what it is. 30 Seconds to Mars. It was great seeing them perform. Really cool. I don't really know a lot of their songs. I knew like one or two.
Leto. Yeah. He wears goofy Halloween costumes. Yeah. That's all I know.
But there was this one guy, like maybe 5-10 meters away from us, and like people were into it.
But and like
not
people so far back as like that's the thing.
Yeah, we were towards
to,
the
like,
back.
A festival or like standing area at a concert. The people at the front
are like
really into it, and then it
popping
like
off.
tapers off.
Yes, but there was one guy who was like right up the back, kind of like near us.
Because we weren't in it at all. We're like, we're not going in there.
No, it was like too hot, too sweaty. Don't know enough. 30 Seconds to Mars.
Yeah,
but. This one guy who was clearly super into it and was stuck at the back.
Very wholesome.
But he was like, I'm not gonna not pop off. Yeah. So like every time he was like, jump, like raise your hands. This one guy in this like surrounded by all these people that were just like, this one guy just.
It was so funny.
So funny.
I was like, go off.
Yeah.
I was actually loving it. I was like, good for him.
Honestly, he was having the best time. Shout outs to whoever you are because
that was so funny.
There's a clip of it in our vlog.
Yeah.
It's just very funny.
Yeah, it's good. Race day. We had to get there really early. This was the thing. Normally on race day, like the night race, maybe you could, wear something a bit nicer because you're not going to sweat because it starts at 8. Wrong. We got there at still like 3 o'clock, 3:30 because we were like, we need to camp a spot.
Yeah.
Because I was like comparing it. I was talking to my parents about it. I was comparing it to the Australian Open and like we always get grounds passes there and stuff. And like you kind of, if there's a popular person playing on an outside court, you have to like camp the seats.
Yeah.
But everyone's here to see the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of problematic because like, it's not like at the tennis where like some people will be camping seats for that person. It's not like on a different court and like different stuff like that. But there's one event.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone's there for that.
Yeah. So we got a really good spot in the end.
We did. There was one, we wanted this viewing platform that was like right at the last corner.
Yeah.
And we got there
really
at like
elevated.
Yeah, it would have been sick. But we got there and it was already full and there was already a queue to get onto the viewing platform.
I kind of thought that would happen.
So we were like, no.
Like, that would have been people there like
off. Yeah, like when it opened.
Before the gates opened.
Yeah.
Like, I was very I was like, we'll check it, but I'm
I don't think we're going to
managing expectations.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, so it didn't. But we got one a little bit further down on like the final straight.
And I think that, because it wasn't actually marked on the map as a viewing platform.
Yeah.
So like, it was like basically empty when we got there.
Pro tip, hunt around.
Yeah.
For
secret but it was good though, because we kind of like separated. We were like, all right, you stay here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go and walk further.
Yes.
And then if I find something better, I'll tell you to join me.
We divided and conquered.
Yes. And we got a really good spot.
We did.
Right at the front. Mm-hmm. And with a screen like across the way.
Yeah.
And also a screen like kind of behind us.
Yeah.
So like, even
we could tell what was going on a little bit.
Because that was the main thing with like the viewing platforms. Like, if you don't have a screen, you'd be cooked.
Yeah, you have no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
And because there was so many people, like the internet was pretty dodgy.
Yeah,
so it was
load,
hard
like,
to
F1
like,
TV.
yeah, you couldn't like keep that on your phone to like check what's happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got pretty good. We got very good seats.
Yeah.
For you know
the race.
And
for like the circumstances.
Yes, exactly. So that was great. And then we literally just sat there all day and we had a couple bevies.
Yeah.
We watched the second, no, we didn't watch the second F1 Academy race. I think it had already happened by the time
it was happening when we got there.
That's right. Yeah.
We watched the Porsche Cup second race.
Yes.
Which was I was like, I don't know what's going on.
But yeah, I was like, I've never watched this before. I don't know, but it was like, cool.
They look cool.
Yeah. And then there was the driver's parade.
Yes, that was fun.
Which was very cool. We've already obviously talked about it a little bit, but it was just like so exciting because it was like, oh my God, they're there.
Yeah.
And because we were like right at the front as well. It was like, they were literally right there. We were like, yeah, that was it. That was just us.
I think that's everyone though.
Yeah, honestly.
I'm like, I'm trying to play it cool so they don't think I'm I was not like that. I'm like, they're not looking at individuals and they don't fucking care.
No.
If you're front row, you're
yeah.
See ya. So I was literally like, like, actually I wasn't. I was in shock.
Yeah,
I was in awe. I was the fucking clown at the thing.
Yeah.
They could have thrown something and landed in my mouth.
That's the thing, like, we watched them. I don't know why I paused so long there.
On the edge of my seat.
We like watch them on TV almost every weekend. Like they're essentially like celebrities.
Yeah.
For people that
follow
it,
yeah.
you know.
They are. And it's the same like, because me and my sports go a long way back.
Yes.
So it's the same like when I first like went to the tennis and like first met like some of the players.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
You're like starstruck. Totally.
Yeah.
So that was the driver's parade.
Yeah, that was fun.
And then the race was just...
It was good. Like they were blasting music, like hyping it up. Obviously we couldn't see like the straight, so we were like kind of just looking at the time, being like, when is it starting?
Well, you could see like on the screen what was going on.
Yeah, but I was so nervous. Obviously with like Lando starting on pole and his unfortunate habit of never leading a lap when he starts on pole.
Yes.
And I was just like getting nervous. And then it started. They came around on the formation lap. Mm-hmm. That was cool. When they like do the wiggles to like roll out the tires, I'm like, you're very close to the wall.
I know.
I was like, oh.
Remember like, Charles like stopped in front of us and like turned his head.
He was like looking at our grandstand like this, and he went past on the formation lap.
And we were like he was
that
obviously
Ferrari, Charles.
No.
Come on.
Well, because we were like, I think he must have just been looking at like where the like, because we were right next to a
big screen,
not even a big screen, but just like the 100-meter mark for like the braking point. So I feel like maybe he was just like lining that up or something. I don't know. But he basically just like
idea what he was
whipped
looking at.
his head around to like right where we were sitting. We're like, hello?
Yeah, like his obviously in the helmet. You just see the helmet like this. And we were like, what is going on? Yeah.
Because he sort of like almost stopped as well. So he was just like...
There are some people who would have a massive YN moment about that.
Yeah, there's definitely like a Wattpad about that.
Ooh, sickening.
Yikes. Anyway.
Sick to my stomach. Anyway.
But yeah, so the race was just... I mean, you can watch it on our vlog, our like reactions throughout the race.
That was quite
But it was...
Excuse my double chins,
yeah,
please.
A lot of our filming, unfortunately, was like from this angle.
During the racing sessions, because if we lifted it up, then obviously all the people behind us would be like, what's going on? But yeah, the race started and Lando kept the lead. It was so good. And he kept the lead and he kept on keeping on the lead.
He did.
That was that.
Yeah. But it was just like, I mean, obviously, like, we talked about the race in our podcast.
Yeah, like what actually happened.
Like, when it finished and, like, the fireworks going off and the music blaring and just everyone, like, cheering and, like, it was just, like, it was just so exciting.
It was really exciting. And I said in the vlog, the fireworks were going off and I was like, oh, all for Lando. Yeah. I wasn't even thinking about the fact that, like, a few years ago, I was like, are the fireworks for me? And Will was like, oh, they can be. And, like, I saw so many, like, people being like, and they were for him this time. Yeah. I wasn't even thinking of that. Yeah. I was just like, fireworks.
So cute.
For bestie.
I know.
Yeah.
But no, it was just such a vibe. Like,
it was so good.
If you can have the experience of going to the F1 and like particularly for a night race, I think it's just so cool.
Yeah.
Like do it because like it's so, yes, you don't get all of the like knowing what's going on
and the commentary
and all of the commentary
and
all the but it just, the atmosphere is so much fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was phenomenal.
You can even see it, like I was watching back the vlog, like, and you can literally see it, like when we're like running to like try and get to the podium, we just look so excited.
I know.
We're literally like and also like Lando just won the race.
Yeah. But no, it was just so cool.
Yeah.
And then the race finished and we're like, let's go like run to like the pit straight so we can try get on the not get on the podium. Whoa. Try get on the
I'll pop your
track.
champagne for you. Yeah. Hold your trophy. I'll pop the champagne.
I got it. Don't worry, big dog. You're tired. Sit down. But like to get on the track to watch the podium.
And like we've told the story on the last podcast and on the vlog as well, but it was a lot.
It was so, because obviously double McLaren podium, Lando win for Evie especially, was like, I need to see this podium.
It still
and
hurts.
We put ourselves in a sea of bodies in 35-degree heat and like 80% humidity. Like it was just disgusting. But we're like, no, like we got to see this podium. It's going to be phenomenal. We're waiting. People are pushing and shoving.
And they said like, we'll let the people in off the grandstands first and then we'll open the gate. And we were like, valid.
Yeah,
like,
fair. They paid a lot of money to have those tickets. Like they can be further to the front, whatever.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so we're like, cool, we'll just hang around. Then we hear the announcement start and like the anthem start playing and we all, this huge mass of people all collectively realize that we're not going to see the podium.
Open the gates! Like,
it was like riots. We were like caught up in the middle of a riot, like a mob.
We weren't screaming, but like, we were like,
we were just like holding hands, trying not to lose each other. We
were getting like pulled apart. And Ishana's arm was like, I was like, lucky you're double jointed because that elbow was gone. And yeah, we missed it.
Missed the podium.
The most annoying thing for me was like literally the entrance where we were trying to go in.
Yeah.
If you stood back from that, the podium was right there.
Yeah, so we like, could have seen it.
If they just told us
that
they weren't opening that gate, we would have just stood back.
Yeah.
And like been able to see through the crack.
Yeah.
Like we wouldn't be able to see the whole thing, but we've seen something.
Yeah. But we saw absolutely nothing. So that was a disappointing,
devastating,
end to our post-race celebrations.
But it was okay. We got through it somehow.
We did. It was okay. And then we kind of like wandered around and then we ended up at like a little like hotel bar nearby.
Yeah.
And it was really cute. It had sort of been like, it was very quiet but like super close by.
Fans.
Yeah, there was a few F1 fans. They had like the post-race commentary going on in the background. There was little like checkered flags on all the tables.
But I'm really glad because
it was super cute. It
like,
was so nice.
Chill, couple glasses of wine.
Yeah, such a vibe.
Just moseyed our way home.
Yeah,
it was kind of funny. We like had a couple glasses of wine,
we
were back in our like room, like back where we were staying, and we were just like talking, like people like. Get tipsy and they discuss, their problems and whatever. We were like, and Daniel Ricciardo. We were literally like, I can't believe he's going to be gone.
I know.
He like unpacked the Daniel Ricciardo situation for like an hour.
Yeah.
like 1 a.m. after the race.
We really like righted the world and like had our own little justice conversation. It was so silly.
But
that was
we came home. And
literally, that was that. But it was just so cool. Like I can't wait to go to another race.
I know, me too. It's really like it's whet the appetite. I'm like, well,
run it back.
Yeah. Run it back. I'm about to join
the pre-sale shenanigans
for the Oz GP.
Yeah. By the time this comes out, we'll see if you can get some tickets.
It's like making my heart race already. We'll put it on the screen. Whether I was successful or not.
Did she or didn't she? We'll see.
It's going to be difficult.
Yeah. We will get there again.
Yes.
Whether via F1 Unlocked or otherwise.
Well, we could, if F1 Unlocked comes through, Vegas, VCARB did a competition for Austin.
Yeah. Qatar.
Won't let me enter.
Sort it out, please, F1.
Anyways, we've been rambling. We thought this episode was going to be shorter. It's probably not.
Yeah, we're like, just like 15 minutes.
15 minutes. 15
when do we ever talk about something for 15 minutes?
Never.
I could be like, what'd you have for breakfast? It'd be a 20-minute conversation.
I'd be like, nothing, but. Like, I didn't have anything for breakfast, but here's a 10, 20-minute story about something that was kind of related in my mind, but actually makes no sense, and then we'll go on from there. But anyway, I'm going to stop fucking talking and wrap this up.
Yes.
So if you're listening audibly, I'm rolling with it now, because I fucked it up last time, and
fair.
Now we'll just roll with it. Please do give us a 5-star review, because we love you, and it's helpful. And if you are watching on YouTube, like the video, subscribe, please, and leave us a comment. Let us know what could they possibly let us know from this episode. I'm not really like, let us know what you thought about the race.
Yeah. Let us know if you're going to a race, if you have tickets for any of the races for the rest of this year, or if you manage to secure
Australian Grand Prix
tickets.
Yeah.
If you want to sell them at a regular price.
If anyone has a spare couple of grand for us to go.
Yeah. If anyone wants to just shout us some tickets, we wouldn't say
anyone
no.
Wants to bring us with them. F1 teams.
We'll have a great time. Watch our vlog. You'll see how much fun you'll have if you bring us along.
Yeah, literally.
Quite frankly.
Honestly. Well, we can pray. When we're like there, we can like play this clip back and be like, this is how we got there.
Yeah.
See, this lovely person sorted us out.
Yeah. Shout outs to the future person that's going to take us to a race.
Literally. Please. But
anyways, that's it.
See ya.
Bye.